Hey, what is up and how's it going over there? Thank you so much for being interested enough to click on this video. This is the Creative Time Chamber show. My name is Jonathan and this is it. It's the last mistake I'll be sharing from this mini-series where I've been discussing the mistakes I made in 2018 that you should avoid in 2019 as a growing creative. So to jump right in, this is mistake number 10. And it is failure to acknowledge reality as it is. I wonder how many of you listening have an internet connection, a laptop PC, food, water, and a room. I truly believe this is all we need to start improving your life and start building a business for yourself. You can be happy if you have those things. However, we are in the chamber, and I do know we're not settling for the aforementioned. I certainly want more and want to achieve more, but I held a different version of reality. One where I was waiting for something better to happen and only thought about the vision of the kind of life I wanted. You see, I thought I had the vision all locked down. In 2018, there was a point where my so-called grand vision was blurry. Even when people would ask me what that was, I would hesitate. It's the equivalent to wearing glasses. Without glasses was my blurry ideal life. Because I never had them on, I had no clue where I was going. All I just needed to do was put the glasses on, accept reality, so that my vision becomes crystal clear. So I consider myself a goal-oriented individual. And whether that's work at the day job or a creative project, I'll do what I can to achieve the goal. And as I have explained previously, the problem was the kind of goals I declared, which were easy to make, comfortable, and only good enough. Ignoring the reality and failure to accept this is my life right now didn't help me progress and grow as a creative. So I wasn't able to put those glasses on, so to speak. And while I was saying, oh, I'll put the glasses on someday, I kept stumbling and wavering and wasn't making real progress to improve my current reality. And apologies if my metaphors are not making sense. However, you gotta stop thinking what could have been and start doing things that will upgrade your quality of life. If the show is about getting you from shy creative to confident creative, entering a mode of accepting life's struggles is what will get you to where you want to be. And if you're going through some shit right now and placing the blame on someone else or something, stop. Deferring blame isn't the solution. While it may satisfy your ego, I definitely don't recommend this. Instead, try to own your mistakes, say you're wrong, and genuinely mean it. If you desire a particular result, just make sure you work hard enough to turn your reality into a winning situation. Because when shit is bad, you can only control how you respond to the situation. You can tell yourself this is the worst thing to have happened, or tell yourself this is out of my control and I can only learn from this event. By doing this, you're giving meaning to why things are the way they are and accepting reality as it is. I did something else in 2018, and maybe you can relate, but I was highly critical of myself. The other reality I was living in was one of regret and disappointment. Instead of accepting the harsh results at the time, I held onto a version that ended in positivity with flying hearts and clouds and shit. While it should be easy to accept reality, this way of thinking wasn't helping with acceptance. For months, well, not literally 4 months, but months went by where I was trapped in the what ifs, the what could have and should have. And in hindsight, I put myself into this version of reality. It goes back to only you can control your response to a situation. So for me, it was a choice. I chose to be disappointed and chose to be unhappy. Then I was told by a friend of mine to never dwell. Recollecting the past and recreating the events won't fix the present, let alone the future. Also, pretending that an event happened isn't a solution either, and will only cause more mental pain, so definitely avoid pretending. You are the only one responsible for what you do next. So you just gotta let go of what you cannot control. And hell yeah, it's going to be tough to accept because We want to go through our lives with as little difficulties along the way. But what you can do is learn how to start reframing events that happen to you. See the mistakes you made through a different lens. Accept the struggle will always be part of our reality. Then you can slowly ride the struggle and learn to confront them, because you never know if the greatest struggles hold the biggest opportunities. This is going to be a common theme in the creative time chamber, but I like to ask you, what risks are you going to take this year? Because for creatives, this is the year to get uncomfortable and really accelerate your growth. You will never be able to start creating movements, impacting lives, or change the world if you don't accept reality as it is. So, acknowledge your reality. Don't allow fear to get in the way. Start making a plan and take action as soon as possible. And that's the last thing I will end on. You gotta make a plan. You don't want to be stumbling along like I explained in the beginning of this episode. It takes more steps to create the reality you want. Gradually build your self-confidence. And I encourage to not get caught up in the life you were supposed to have. That's it for this mini-series of the Creative Time Chamber. So I really hope you have been taking one small thing away from these mistakes. So, just a little update. Before recording this episode, I wondered whether I should take a break from this small season of the show. The reason being is I truly believe there is value in learning from other people's mistakes. So therefore, I was planning to spend April to really push these episodes out there and market and promote the show. However, along the way, there have been a few of you who have really been engaged in the show, and you know who you are. I decided to keep recording these shows weekly. So I will be back next Sunday with not so sure if it's going to be a series, but it will be topics around helping you become a better creative by building your self-confidence, changing your mindset, and really start to believe that you are capable to make a difference. On that note, if there is anything that you have learned from listening to this 10 Mistakes series, do drop a comment below, because there might be someone out there reading who will benefit from your comment. Last thing, join at the CT Chamber on Twitter and Instagram. And this is the Creative Time Chamber, where you enter shy and leave a more confident creative. All right, take it easy.